Shefsky here, and welcome to Fantasy House. This is the world's #1 make-believe real estate podcast. I love doing this show because every week we get to go on a guided tour through a different person's imaginary dream home. They're always pushing the limits with mind-blowing houses and weird technologies and magic and all that cool stuff. They make weird, unique rooms. And, I ask them, I'm like, hey, could you come up with appliances and technologies that we don't even have so they can solve your very unique problems? People do that. And really it's just good old fashioned creativity and silliness. Fantasy House podcast is NSFW. It's not safe for work, although we're super Mr. Rogers inspired. It's a lot more of an adult Mr. Rogers experience. So it's raw, it's honest. We talk about sex, drugs, people's bathroom habits. Sometimes people take us to dark places, and we're all about authenticity and really reigniting that carefree, playful spirit we had when we were 4 or 5 years old. Just fearless exploring of our imaginations and ourselves. Do you remember that? I love that. I feel like we need that as adults too. And that's what I want to facilitate with Fantasy House. I want to inspire people to explore that again, get that feeling, that little fire lit inside for story time and imaginary make-believe time and just being ourselves. And it really is a great time. In Nathan Hurd's episode, he has a zero gravity room. So you just go in the room, flip a switch, and you're floating around. Jade Catapretta has a lazy river going through her fantasy house that has sexualized dolphins in it. Fifi Dosh has a private hot tub on top of a private mountain in her backyard. John and Tom from Chad Goes Deep, their fantasy house is actually a cloud that floats around like an RV in the sky. So they can go anywhere they want. Nick the plumber, he's got a live studio audience. So when he's with his family and he drops the punchline of one of his dad jokes, he gets a real applause. Joel Jimenez loves to cook, and by the way, is an amazing cook. But in Joel Jimenez's fantasy house, he doesn't want to clean up. He hates cleaning up. Loves to cook, hates cleaning up. Well, he's got a kitchen that washes itself. In episode 94, Mike Ishak's kitchen is just a portal to his aunt's Indonesian kitchen, so he can have ringdung anytime he wants, which I've never had ringdung in real life, but we had it on his episode imaginarily, and if it's anywhere as delicious as it is fun to say, it's got to be good, right? Ringdung. Jeremiah Watkins did a Halloween episode, and his toilet paper dispenser is a mummy that you just unwrap and wipe your butt with. Nat Baymel doesn't even have a bathroom. Speaking of bathrooms, he simply has a wizard that anytime you need to go, the wizard appears and just makes your bowels empty. Just abracadabra, poof. Or poop, poop, poof. So cool, right? Every episode is brought to you by me, Jon Shefsky. I am your local Southern California realtor. Not just a fantasy realtor. No, a really real realtor. And I would love to help you with anything real estate related, whether you're thinking about buying a house, selling a house, maybe you're interested in why I love multifamily apartment buildings, any of that. I would love to be of service. And if you're thinking, John, I don't care about real estate at all, that's great. But I know you know someone who does. And you got to let them know. You got to say, hey, before you go making any moves, you got to talk to my boy, Jon Shefsky. He's a really real realtor, and he would love to be of service. And I really would. And even if you're not in SoCal, I can still help you because I have a referral network all over the country with some fantastic agents, and it's growing all the time. So check in with me. Let me know, because I got agents in Nashville, in Chattanooga, Austin, Texas, Boise, Idaho, Phoenix, Arizona. I got you covered. And like I said, that list is just growing. So just think of me when you're thinking of real estate. Be like, I'm going to hit Shefsky up before I do anything. Just send me an email, fantasyhousepodcast@gmail.com. I'd love to be of service or help in any way. My guest today is my cousin and my homegirl, Nichole Slocum, and she's got a badass company that she just started called High Belly, or as I like to say, High Belly Bacon. And she's making her own bacon, and it's selling out every time she's doing it. And it's one of those exciting, pandy stories where you hear all the negative stuff about everybody losing their jobs and all the bad stuff. But then you hear about some people that were just forced to stay home and let their creative entrepreneurial spirit roam free inside their house. And she did it. She's rocking it with High Belly Bacon. So in the words of the great Angelo Bowers, let us do this. Won't you take it all around over to your fantasy house? Your host with the most experience in your fantasy house.
Fiance makes fun of me because I eat so much bacon, which is why I started making my own.
That's so great because whenever someone starts any kind of thing that they do, any craftsman starts making something, you guys you guys do best when you're in love with the thing that you're making or doing. You know what I mean? Because like with food, like I can taste it when it's like, oh, the person who made this like loves making this, you know? And when you eat food that you're not like, you're like, oh, whoever made this doesn't really, they're not into this. They don't know ranch dressing, or they don't know what a salad should be or what a sandwich should be. And when it's good, it's good. And so for you loving bacon, you're the perfect person to make, as you can hear Wally outside squealing like a pig. Oh God, that's so funny. My 2-year-old outside playing. Pandemic times.
Oh.
So it's so rad. So rad.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm every time I get an order, I'm still shocked and super grateful about everything, and I'm just excited to see where it's gonna go. Obviously, my pug is also excited about it as well.
What's your pug's name?
His name is Darby.
Darby.
Yeah.
Darby Crash. Is he a punk rocker?
Yes, he is.
He's a punk rocker, that little Darby. You said that like you're amazing. You're keeping your weight down with all the bacon you're eating.
Yeah.
But you don't eat a lot of carbs though, right? Like a lot of like simple carbs, like breads and.
Yeah, I don't eat like breads or grains or anything like that. I stick to fruits. So I'm eating like natural carbs and things like that. So that definitely helps. I go on really long periods of not drinking alcohol, which sometimes that gets really difficult. But
yes, it does.
It is what it is. So yeah, I think that's why I'm able to put a little more fat into my meal plan than usual. And it's not I eat a ton of it. It's like, 1 or 2 slices, and then I have my fix for the day and I'm good.
It's crazy when you take a package of bacon and you cook the whole thing and you realize like how easy it could be to eat a whole package of bacon. Cause it seems like so much when it's in the package, you're like, this is like 8 days worth of bacon. But when you cook it up, you're like, if you're not careful, like I could throw that whole thing on a French baguette with some tomatoes and a handful of mayonnaise and just be sayonara, just out.
Yeah. I think that's why brunch is kind of dangerous sometimes, because I feel like you're obliged to cook the whole package. Oh yeah. And really being in the pandemic, it's probably only 2 of you eating it. So that's a lot of bacon.
A lot of bacon. You bring that home, that bacon, and get that bacon out of the house so you can bring back more bacon. So what's happening now? You're doing how many flavors? I know you. This is the big thing that's so awesome about you is that you're making flavored bacon, and that's badass.
Yeah. So right now I'm trying to keep it minimal because I am small and it's just me doing it. So right now I'm doing original maple every 2 weeks, and I'm doing a third flavor, like a guest flavor every 3 weeks. My last one was actually a hatch chili. And unfortunately I'm out and they are also out of season. So I have to wait to do that until summer.
Kind of forces you to stay creative and fresh.
Yeah, exactly. So
this good restaurant.
This next one is really cool. I did not think of it. It was actually my fiance that wanted to try it, but lemon pepper.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, go Matt. That's good. Lemon pepper. Yeah. Dude, every flavor sounds good because you know what? If you take bacon and put anything with it, you're like, that's really good.
Yeah, I do. I kind of feel like at some point there's a possibility of there being a chocolate flavored bacon, but I'm still kind of, got to figure out the specs on that one because nobody wants burnt chocolate.
No, please. Please don't burn the chocolate. No, don't mess up bacon, girl. Although I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I refuse. I won't. If it doesn't taste good, it won't be sold. So
what's your favorite flavor so far?
I got to say the maple one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, like I'm not eating pancakes right now because I'm staying away from carbs and stuff like that. But the maple one, when you leave a little bit of fat at the end of each side of the bacon piece, it actually tastes like when you're eating pancakes with bacon and eggs and the syrup from the pancakes like melts in with the butter and like kind of drips into the bacon.
Yes.
You bite into that. Like that's what it reminds me of. And it's so satisfying because I can't actually get the actual pancake with butter. When I into that from the maple, it's pretty delicious.
Mouthwater. If our listeners are already just like, yes. I just need to order a BLT real quick. Just going to put this on pause. Oh, it sounds so good. Maple and bacon. Oh.
Yeah. And I make sure, for my maple, I'm using real maple, none of that corn syrup stuff. Because, what's the point of making things that are good for you if they're made with things that are bad for you? So
put that on your package. What's the point of making stuff that are good for you if they're made with stuff that's bad for you? That's so funny, dude. I love when brands, like actual official brands, have like a good sense of humor. You know,
Yeah.
like they say funny stuff on their packages. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah.
So did you always I know that selling bacon is a new thing, but did you always like make stuff from scratch like this?
I make a lot of food from scratch. I did like a weight loss journey type thing. November 2018, I weighed like 210 pounds. And I was kind of like, whoa, that's a lot of weight because I'm only 5'3", and my knees started hurting, my hips started hurting. And then I wasn't in the culinary industry at that time either. And I just kind of missed making good food because I was just sticking to things that were like cheese and bread, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I found Whole30, and, you know, they're like, no cheese, no bread, no pasta, you know, no beans. And it was like, oh my God, it's all my favorite things, but I can still eat meat and vegetables, which most of my meals are anyways. So I started doing that, and I was able to start making things from scratch. So I was like making my own mayonnaise. I would, you know, with good oils and, you know,
the proper oil. A lot of people don't know this. Pause for a second. The different healthiness levels of oils that are bad for you, or like temperature wise, like if you heat up olive oil too much, it's bad for you. But if you have it at room temperature, it's good. And like a lot of that stuff is important. So when you say you're making your own mayonnaise, it's like, that's way better for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was able, you know, I was able to have ranch, which, oh my God, I can't live without ranch, you know, like I was able to do that because then I have my own mayonnaise, and then it started turning to a thing. And then at one point I was kind of making my own pasta, gnocchi and stuff like that, because I did miss it, but there was ways to do it without flours and stuff. And that was kind of cool. There's no way I would sell that because it's just way too much of a process. Because
the level at which, like the time consuming level is to make fake pasta.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. So yeah, and then I just kind of kept developing and turning into more things. And then I realized I was buying like 3 packs of bacon a week. And I was like, what if I just bought pork belly and cure it and smoke it myself? And I did one time, and everybody was like, wow, this is really good. And I was also shocked as they were. It turned out
you were the one who made it. You're like, did I just make really good bacon?
Yeah. Yeah,
did
exactly.
You pull an online recipe or what? Or something from when you used to work in the restaurant world, or?
No, I mean, I looked at different things. I looked at what people were doing to it, and I, you know, had an idea, but it's my own recipe for the different seasonings that are going into it. I don't add any sugar when I'm making these too. So the only one that would have sugar would be the maple bacon, but that's a natural sugar. It's not like I'm adding white sugar or cane sugar or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's technically an uncured bacon, but I mean, it's still really tasty. And I cut it really thick too, because I don't want to have like paper thin bacon, because I think that's kind of silly.
Yeah,
so
thick bacon is way better.
Yeah. So like, you know, it's good for burgers, sandwiches, breakfast, by itself, as a snack, you know, like on top of ice cream or whatever. Like it's just.
I have had that before at Cyclovia. I had bacon and coffee on top of ice cream, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, oh my God, that sounds so good.
Yeah. Dude, I love it. I'm so excited. I'm proud of you and excited that you're doing this. It's so great.
Well, I appreciate that, and thanks for supporting me with it too.
Yeah. Where do people order? Like people, like if they're listening and they want to get bacon, is it online, or they just call you up?
So right now I'm doing it through my Instagram. It's Hi Belly Bacon, and it's HIBELLY bacon.
Hi, Belly. Hi. Like Wayne's World, like Wayne's ex-girlfriend. Hi, Wayne. Hi. Hi, Belly. We can do a commercial that's just like that and just replace Wayne with bacon, and have her walk by and then cut back to just a piece of bacon with the Wayne's World hat that says Hi Belly on it.
I like that. So fun. You know, I am going to start selling buttons soon, so that could be a possibility.
Oh, dude, I will rock a Hi Belly shirt, especially if you like actually use a clothespin to put a piece of bacon on the shirt, on the pocket emblem part.
Oh, I like that.
Be like, before you wash it, make sure to take the bacon off and eat it. That actually would probably be fun. That'd be fun to sell that.
Be a bit different, but I like it. Just have a little grease mark on the pocket where it went.
Like after the pandy's over and you're doing like a live, what do you call it? Like one of those things like a where you're like at like convention center thing where you set up your booth, like at a barbecue festival or whatever, and you have that thing set up and you have your shirt with the bacon clip to the pocket. That'd be so rad. So rad. Especially if you design the silk screen around it, so it's got like, it says like High Belly up here and like a cool font, and underneath it says like, it has an arrow and it has like a grease stain from bacon when shirt was new or something like that, and then you really just pin a bacon on there. People will buy that for $20. Hell, I know I will. Fantasy House listeners, you guys into it? I think they are. I can hear them. I can hear them outside my window right now hollering.
Well, I think that they better watch out, because when High Belly takes off, there's a good chance you're going to get suckered into it and you're going to be my marketing director, because I was pretty...
Listen, you guys want houses or bacon? Two of America's favorite things. I've got you covered. No, I don't. I don't take care of the guns, but bacon and houses, I got that. Two of America's favorite things. Oh, that'd be awesome. Seriously,
that'd be so cool.
So, what's the next step? So you've got these awesome flavors that you're working on right now. People can go to your Instagram to order it. What's the next step for High Belly and you?
So right now I'm actually looking at getting a rental kitchen so I could get bigger and start selling at farmers markets and to local restaurant chains that we have. So that way they can use it for specials for their burgers, because a lot of places around, where I'm from have a lot of really good burgers on their menu, and they would be even better with my bacon on it. So, that's kind of the goal right now. Just marketing and letting people know, because it is quality and it's something that you can't really get anywhere else. You can't go to the grocery store and really get flavored bacon. It's either uncured or applewood flavor, and that's kind of it.
Yep.
So, just letting it be out there.
Oh, it's so awesome. I feel like that you probably have such a good market too if you're into going into LA. Like, I used to work at Bloodso's, and like they're all about like local stuff and like getting the rare cool stuff. So maybe that's like a place where you got to talk to the owners and let them know, like, hey, I can supply you guys with bacon. And they might surprise you. You might be like, I don't know if I can keep up with their bacon order. I'm going to have to rent an even bigger commissary to handle it, which is a good problem to have. So
that's the problem I'm hoping for. So I'm really excited about it. And I can't really complain. I get to work with bacon all day, and taste testing. Like, come on, like, what do you do for your work? I taste test bacon.
Oh my God. Well, don't think that I'm not taking that job if you have me working with you on anything. Like, I will be. When I worked at Bloodso's, Zoe used to tell who was, Zoe's one of my best friends, but she was like my manager and in charge of catering. And she would be like, John, could you check the mac and cheese? And I'd be like, yes, ma'am, I'm on it. They'd be like, John, we make sure the brisket's good. You got it. You can count on me. And I would just literally be like, cobblers, anyone need to make sure the cobbler's all right? Deviled eggs? I don't know. Let's just have one to see. Oh my God. Yeah, I will be testing bacon, lady. Okay, just so you know. Yep. Let the Fantasy House listeners take note. They're witnesses. I'm going to be testing the bacon.
As if you didn't have jobs already. There's a third one.
What?
That as if you didn't have enough jobs already. Here's a third one. It's bacon.
No, I know, right? That'd be insane. But you know what? I'm willing to like make room in my life for bacon. Does that make sense? I think I might have to like put family to the side, but I'll make it work. Oh, dude, they got it. That's so great. Do you want to go to your fantasy house?
Yeah, let's get there.
Let's get there. Where's it located? What's the geographic location?
I say in a desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, because deserts are cool.
With cactuses and rattlers?
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of traps around my house. You just can't see them, so rattlers don't come in.
Oh, perfect. We're rattle safe. Or they're going to be rattler bacon. Yummy.
Ooh.
Rattlesnake's actually super tasty if you get a good fatty one.
Oh, well, there could be a specialty rattlesnake bacon at some point.
Let's just say, as the show's opening, we flew the drone around, we saw your desert ranch, and then we caught one of the rattlesnakes. And as much as I don't like killing animals, it's for food. It's part of the ecosystem.
Yeah, as long as we use all of it.
And we're going to use all of it. I'm getting the face is put on my new belt buckle, and we're going to eat the rest of it. And the bones are going to get ground up and made into rattlesnake gelatin. Nothing's getting wasted.
Do rattlesnakes have bones?
Don't they? Snakes have a whole bone structure. Am I the only one that just sits around on Google Images and just like types words in and sees things? I'm sure I've seen a rattlesnake bone skeleton before, bone structure.
I don't know. Now I'm going to have something to research after this, but
They do, and I had rattlesnake in Arizona, and it was just fatty and delicious, and like sweet barbecue sauce, sweet tangy. Oh yeah. So how do we get into the house? Are you going to meet us at the front gate or front door?
No. So actually, you have to be attached to the drone because it's set up like a kit and caboodle where it just opens up and there's all these pockets.
The whole house opens like a king caboodle, like splits in. Oh, it's so fun. And the layers pop out. You can pull them out.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you're like home by yourself, there's actually like a staircase in the middle. So there's like a circle in the middle. So of course we don't smash the staircase or whatever, and you can get in there.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, it's going to open up. And then the bottom floor is going to be like the kitchen, bar, living areas. Because, my life revolves around food.
Oh, yeah. Mine too.
And then you're going to have like an open sky too above you. Like imagine the night sky in the desert and you're just cooking dinner.
Oh my God. Yes. So rad.
Yeah. And then of course, self-cleaning kitchen, because what chef likes to actually clean their own kitchen?
I hate it. No, who likes cleaning their kitchen?
None.
It's then to clean like one iron skillet. And then you're like, now I'm done. I'll clean one spoon and one iron skillet. No forks and nothing else.
Yeah. It's almost like, there's a possibility that the floor doesn't open, but you can just throw whatever was on the counter onto the floor and it just sucks down and then it's clean.
Oh, I love that. I would have so much fun with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you're mad at someone, no, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But yeah.
I talk about kill them and throw them on the floor and they get sucked in.
Can you imagine?
That's terrifying. You're the Sweeney Todd of bacon chefs. This bacon's delicious. Tastes like my friend. Is this an Albert or a Joaquin?
Well, then the question is, how do you know what your friend tastes like?
I know how all my friends taste. I'm sworn to secrecy. I can't tell you. I'm part of a cannibal cult. We don't kill anybody, but like all the friends had to chop off a tiny piece of their skin and eat it. It's from the upper elbow, so it's nothing that anyone missed.
Well, that's good. But yeah, so we're in the kitchen. And there's like a huge fridge too, because ice cream is a very big deal as well.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But of course, there's the capability of having dairy-free ice cream and also regular ice cream, because sometimes bellies don't like regular ice cream.
Yep. I know several people that can't handle that.
Yeah. Myself.
What kind of ice cream are we pulling out?
Caramel.
Okay.
Salted caramel with good chunks of like really rich caramel inside of it.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So the ice cream itself is chocolate and then it's got caramel chunks in it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What are we eating it in? Like bowls, cups, cones, edible sombrero hats from The Simpsons? Like what are we eating in it?
We'll do it in bacon cones.
Bacon cones? Oh, yeah. High Belly's bacon cones. Dude, I feel like you might have actually just invented something that you could sell. A bacon cone? No, seriously. Dude, a High Belly, imagine a waffle cone and then you wrap bacon around that. Dude, people would buy that because bacon and ice cream is freaking amazing.
So I was talking to my fiance last night because we were trying to figure out another way to go with High Belly. And that was actually something he said, because a while ago, I came up with an idea. Can I curse?
Can you curse?
Yeah.
On Fantasy House, the world's only NSFW real estate podcast?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you can curse. This is America, damn it.
So I came up with an idea a few years ago for like a food truck, and it was called Fuckos.
What does Fuckos sell? Again, I will wear your T-shirt any day. I want a Fuckos shirt now. What does Fuckos sell?
Funnel cake tacos.
What?
Funnel cake tacos.
Yes.
Because you know how funnel cakes, you always eat them, and then you use the fork, and they give you the sad plastic fork, and it just flicks powdered sugar everywhere.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You haven't perfected it, but you have.
Imagine if it's a funnel cake in the shape of a taco shell, and your fillings are inside of the taco shell funnel cake, and you could just eat it with your hands.
I mean, honestly, like, how have you not already started this business? This is...
So you can't put Fuckos on a shirt.
Yes, you can. It's 2021. And it's your business. And you can just, don't dump $500,000 into it. Just get a food truck. Dude, Matt's a mechanical genius. You can convert a food truck in like 3 months into something awesome, I'm sure for less than $20K, and go out there and sell Fuckos. Dude, I wish that like all of our listeners could chime in. Like we could have some sort of thing where you could be like, what do you guys think? And like, maybe that's what Clubhouse is. I never tried it, but like, seriously, like how many people would like,
area.
I would love the fact, not only would the funnel cake be easier to eat because it would be in a taco, but then the topping would be like dispersed in it like a taco's innards are dispersed in there. You'd have like the strawberry and the sour cream, or sour cream. Well, I'll have sour cream. I don't give a shit. The strawberry. Don't you have a Russian style funnel cake? We don't have fun in Russia. No, a funnel cake. Like, whatever you put it. Sour cream would be great. Some borscht. No, you put funnel cake toppings in there, and then it's not only is it easier to eat, it's just the whole idea is genius. Which, by the way, I'm opening this business tomorrow because it's a great idea. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
You son of a bitch.
Also, there's a TM working on this. If anybody's listening to the podcast, I'm now putting it in right now. So
it's a trademark. You know, when you said TM, I was like, transcendental meditation. What? Dude, no, seriously though, I'm so excited about these ideas because I'm like, I want the shirts. I want the shirts for all your brands.
Yeah.
I just came up with them, and they're going to be great. Fuckos. World famous fuckos, and then just a old school like tattoo style drawing of the like you'd have a taco on there, but like it's clearly a funnel cake in the taco shape. Dude, fuckos is so rad.
Yeah.
So rad.
So possibilities.
All right, so we're eating fuckos in your kitchen. We're having caramel chocolate ice cream in bacon cones.
Yes.
Which I feel like a bacon cone with like a crumbly, like what they use for certain like mud pies or certain kinds of like chocolate cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory. You know, you get that like crumbly like Oreo cookie thing. If that's like the inside of it and the bacon's wrapped around the outside or something like that, like just delicious. It would be so good.
That does sound good. And you know what though? You know what it needs though is a good whiskey on the side too. Because I want to get drunk in your house now that this is the food. I need to have it guilt free. Yeah. Well, I mean, and you know, the saltiness and the sweet of that with a like a really good whiskey or a really good bourbon, and then having the desert sky open above you, like, I mean, come on. That's
I'm loving it. I'm seriously just like, your house is awesome. What is the kitchen, just before we go to the bathroom area, what does the kitchen's aesthetic look like? So I'm understanding like all the coolness of a self-cleaning kitchen with all this great food. Like, what's the countertops, the surfaces of like the giant fridge or the floor?
So I really like black kitchens. So it would be like deep grays and blacks. Like the cabinets would be black with like brass fittings on it. The countertop would be like a dark gray cement, and then there'd be like a really good sized farmhouse sink because sometimes you use sinks, and you know the floor would also match the countertop, maybe a little bit light shader of a dark gray concrete as well. Okay. But with like a shine finish on it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, this sounds like such a cool place. This is a very badass kind of kitchen. Just black. Yeah. A BBK, a big black kitchen.
Yeah, you just feel really like elegant and cool when you're in it. So you can change it too, because you know there's like everything's black and I'm a biker chick and fucking awesome and I'm gonna kick your ass. Or there's I'm gonna get an evening gown and a baking of ice cream right now. You know, it could be.
What does that kitchen look like? Is it just like pink and like light pastel colors, or is it like
for the romantic?
The evening gown kitchen. What does that look like?
Oh no, it would stay black. So it's like interchangeable because you could be badass one minute. Like,
I see what you're saying. I didn't know. I thought maybe you meant like that you would be able to change the actual look of the kitchen. But I see what you're saying. It's like it's versatile to go with like whatever style you're in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Whatever style you're in. That's a hashtag right there. No, you're in, not you're. Never mind. Whatever style you're in. P styles. Let's go to the speaking of pee, let's go to the bathroom. I don't know if subconsciously I just led us there because honestly that was a straight up hilarious segue there.
That was a perfect bathroom light. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. Pat on my back. You guys, the founder of High Valley just said they're proud of me. Jeez, guys. All right, let's go to the bathroom. I gotta really see what's going on here, and I gotta pee now that I've drank a ton of whiskey and drank a bunch of ice cream.
Of course. So I actually really like patterns too. There's been like this really cool thing that's been going on mostly on Instagram because, you know, my friends aren't rich and I'm not rich and I don't know people who have houses like this, but they have like those soft pinks that I'm pretty sure you were picturing when I was talking about elegant. Mm-hmm. And then they have like a really cool textured wall that like has like peacock tails, but it's like a really cool velvet filling. So like,
Ooh, I love that.
Like all the walls would be pink except for one where it would just be like this really good textured velvet wallpaper that makes you feel like you can touch it and you're on drugs, but you're not on drugs. And you probably shouldn't touch it because everybody pees in there and that's weird. But like, yeah. So, you know, the toilet.
I'm like a 5-year-old. I would definitely be like, this wallpaper needs to be touched. I'll be like, you're not supposed to. I'm an adult. I will walk up to a fancy painting in somebody's house, and when they are not looking, I will touch the texture.
Oh yeah.
I'll be like, someone's got to break this rule, and I have to see what's up. Like there's something about me like a blind person. Where like, I'm gonna read this thing. I need to read this thing. So yeah. I'm touching the peacock velour.
Yeah, but it's going to be on the opposite side of the toilet because, you know, I don't know. I mean, girls don't stand when we pee. I mean, women don't stand when we pee. So, like, it's just a good chance of a dude.
All the cool ones do. Just a side note. Might want to practice. Just saying. If you can't go on the road with your chick and we both get off and take a piss at Dodger Stadium, then she's fucking weak, bro. You got to move on.
Yeah.
They sell those things now where girls can pee. I think my friend's wife got one. Have you seen it?
Yeah, they're funnels.
Yeah. I guess that's the simple way of putting it. They are just funnels. They're just funnels that are reshaped.
Yeah,
though.
Yeah, I mean, it's also terrifying too because what if you miss? But you know,
that's true. But now you know what it's like for us, huh? You think we got a lot of privilege because we're dudes? Constantly having to aim. You get a whole bowl to just chill out and be like, whatever happens, happens.
Oh man,
that's why we like to go to the shooting range with our buddies.
Yeah, so you shoot.
That's why that's why guys like guns are like, let's go. I've been pointing at things and trying to hit the target my entire life.
Oh man, well, yeah, I don't know, but there will be a bidet.
Hell yeah.
Because if there's ever another crisis and no toilet paper, I don't want to have to deal with that.
Thanks for bringing in the pandemic into the fantasy world. I finally had a little break, Nichole. Thank you.
I haven't. Oh, you
in the fantasy world, though. I'm just teasing.
Okay, fine.
I'm just riffing, lady. I'm just riffing here, but yeah, we got a bidet.
Yeah.
And I'll probably make a joke with that too, with like, since I touched the velour, the camera guy will like turn the camera and we'll do a little that reality show like sneaky sound effect. I forgot what they call that jingle. And then I'll touch the velour and look at the camera like, don't tell anybody. Shh. Put my hand over my lips. Shh. And then I'll walk over to the bidet and they'll film me like this. Like you'll already have walked out because you showed me like, let's go to the next room. And then I'll go over to the bidet, turn it on and like dip my shoe in it for a second and be like, oh, and then we'll cut to, let's go. Let's go to the other room.
Why would you dip your shoe?
I don't know. Like, I'm willing to sacrifice to get the laugh sometimes. It's something like a little bidet water on my shoes, dude. Like, it's a TV show. It's worth it. They're going to bake it in, hopefully. People are going to see it for generations.
Yeah, but then every time you walk, it's going to be like...
Yeah, but it's probably a wardrobe that is provided by the production. Like, I'm definitely going to hire my friend to be the wardrober. And, you know, like, she's like, yeah, they got pee on the shoe. That's what, or the water on the shoe. That's what, you know. I'll charge production, you know, $100 for the shoes, and we made film history.
All right, I can deal with that.
What room are we going to next?
Let's go in the silence room, because I feel like that's not a thing. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I don't meditate very often, but I feel like I should. Because I'm always on the go. I actually had somebody at work tell me, like, do I ever just sit still? And I was like, no. That's impossible because I actually knit at my desk while I'm also dispatching. So that's fun. But I want a room that's just quiet and it kind of like matches your mood. So like the walls change and it's just quiet or like there's like a white noise and you just go in there and you can just like chill out. And there's a good chance you're probably going to fall asleep because the floor is just made out of bean bags. So it's just like a big old cloud of like relaxation. And then you're going to have the open sky above you because remember, it is a kit and caboodle house. And obviously it's going to be open to the night sky and everything. But I mean, you know, there could be like a screen above it and like you could be looking at a different sky or like a picture of something that like you find relaxing or whatever. But like you just go in there and it's just quiet and that's where you go to unwind and unmelt and eat bacon secretly. And
secretly. Do you notice how long I stay quiet in your quiet room? Yeah, secretly you're like, I'm just gonna go meditate, and you go. Yeah. Someone's like hearing you crunch down the hall, like, what's going on? And you meditate, like, oh, just finishing up some bacon in the silence room.
Yeah, could be like a secret fridge in the floor that nobody knows about but you, and you just pull out like little cups of ice cream that you eat in there silently.
Oh, dude, I wish I could fist bump you through the screen right now and be like, dude, fat kid for life, right? I'm just like, yeah, secret fridge? You mean where I can hide part of my bad habit of eating? Yes. Yeah. And it's like, but this room is made for that. This is where you get the poison out. This is the purge of your bad the bad self that's sneaking around eating behind people's back. Oh, dude, it's so funny. What would the fridge have in there? What would you have in there that'd be your treat?
Or like, I don't know, because I feel like guilty pleasures kind of change too. So like, it's not always ice cream for me. Like, I mean, a lot of times I could eat a whole box of goldfish, but like,
oh yeah,
don't really need a fridge for that. So it can be like a cabinet / fridge, but like, but for whatever reason, it just appears whatever guilty pleasure it is. Like, it's like a wishing cabinet. Like, I want ice cream. Ding.
Dude, I know. Like if I had like a bucket of pistachio ice cream, like the really good stuff too.
Yeah.
Like to where because I don't know about you, I can't stop with ice cream. I'm one of those people that's like, there's no reason to stop. Like once the creaminess has gone down my throat, my tongue's like, it's ready again. It's like, more of that creaminess or you're going to get it. It's like holding a gun to my head.
Yeah.
So just pull up the pistachio.
I didn't know it was possible to eat ice cream out of a carton until I moved out on my own.
And you learned, you're like, wait, I'm the boss here?
Yeah. Oh my God, I don't have to eat it out of a bowl. Like, this saves me so much time.
Oh, dude, that's
scoop it out and I don't have to wash anything after except for the spoon. Like,
it's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. I try to get it out, but you can see I'm behind me right now on the shelf. It's been sitting up there since my cheat day. I'm like, I can't believe that no one's told me to take that down yet. But there's there's an ice cream carton up there.
Oh my God.
It's Rocky Road. It's Tillamook. It's my choice. It's my life.
Tillamook is legit.
Yeah, like, they're good.
Oh my God. And their cheeses are so good.
Oh yeah. That's what they used to be known for, was Tillamook cheese. And then they got into the ice cream business, I think, in the past like 5 or 10 years. And it is, as we say in Georgia, even though I'm not from there, it's fire, dog. It's so good. Their Marionberry like pie has like little pie crumbles in it.
Oh my God.
It's unbelievable. So, and if you're inebriated in any way, whether it's whiskey, weed, or DMT, it is the most delicious ice cream. I'm just joking. Does DMT give anyone the munchies? No, it takes them out of their body, right? DMT munchies. So I guess I had my pistachio, you had goldfish, and what else from the cheat?
I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm stuck with ice cream now. Maybe I'm just craving ice cream. I don't know what it is, but
what flavor?
Oh, chocolate. I'm a simple person.
Is it chocolate and caramel, what we had in your kitchen, or is this a whole different? Is this just a regular chocolate?
That's just a regular chocolate.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with being a basic biatch when it comes to food, arts, or anything in your life. In fact, sometimes being like honing something super basic is more impressive. Like somebody that can like make a total sphere out of something like a rock is like, that in itself is just like this one thing. You're like, that's impressive, that like the discipline and the concentration. So just loving the perfect chocolate ice cream, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like you said you just want vanilla ice cream. I'm just joking, folks.
Never say that.
I'm just riffing to any listeners like, but I love vanilla. It's like, I was just riffing. I'm just riffing. I love flavors.
I mean, I am a Slocum, and it's looked down upon if you don't eat chocolate, anything. So,
there you go with that peer pressure.
Yeah, you're not a Slocum unless you eat chocolate.
Well, then that's how I'm leaving this house, with a bunch of chocolate. I'm leaving your fantasy house. I'm getting onto the fantasy house drone to take off, and I've got a bunch of chocolate and a BLT with high belly in my hand.
And a bacon cone for the road too.
Huh?
And your bacon cone for the road.
And my bacon cone with caramel chocolate ice cream. I want one more of those to go. That is something with food. I am such a fat boy that like if I have something exquisite and I'm still at the location, like whenever I travel, I'm like, I got to get one more of those things as we drive home or as we're going to the airport or whatever else. Like, just let me get one last.
Yeah. No, I like that. I feel like everyone should do that. Because the other thing is too that I don't know if you realize, but if you do that, it makes the person making your food feel so good.
Oh, to let them know like it's so good, like I want some more.
Yeah, and I'm going to take it home to enjoy it, or I'm going to take it and maybe share it with somebody that didn't get a chance to eat it. Like that's like huge. So
that's like a great tip too for me and for our listeners. It's like if you ever want to just take an opportunity to brighten someone's day, that's it right there. If there's someone that's cooking you food, you know, like let them know how good it is. I've even found, tell me if you ever noticed this on the same note, like at like restaurants, like especially hole in the walls where you can see the kitchen, you can yell, you can like holler back to them from the counter and be like, guys, this is amazing. Thank you so much. And they will like reach over and be like, oh, like, thanks. Like, especially if like a group of Mexican dudes, they're like, like, it's really fun. It's just an easy way to make someone's day, you know?
Well, because a lot of times in the kitchen, you're just keeping your head down. You're going, and receipts. And, you know, you don't get that interaction that servers do and bartenders do because you're in the back making all the food. And sometimes it does feel like you're underappreciated because you don't get that direct contact. You know, the servers are the ones being told, oh, this food's good. And they're like, thanks.
Yeah, no, I adding in that element of like just personal, like, hey, thank you. I think is like a great way to make their day. But and if you're listening and you're in the food industry and you do work behind the counter, and you feel like people aren't thankful. I think they are. It's just that like the process of like, you know, breaking through some of those walls if you're feeling shy, you know, to like lean around the corner real quick and yell to the kitchen or do that stuff. Like, I think most people just don't do that. I'm the kind of weirdo that's like, fuck the social norms. I'll do that. Like, I'll do that, but I'm a weirdo. So I understand that not everyone's doing that. And I don't like immediately say, oh, the causation of that is because they're not grateful for their food. So if you're listening and you do work behind the counter and you're like, no one does it, so they're not grateful. It's like, trust me, plenty of us are. We're just not always, you know, yelling behind the counter, but we are thankful. I guarantee that. Most people are pretty stoked.
Yeah, this is true.
This is true. Dude, thank you for doing this. Your fantasy house is awesome.
Well, thanks for visiting. I'm here to fire you up anytime you want to come through too. Just remember this. Like,
I know. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Okay. I'm ready for some bacon. Actually, you got to make the bacon cones. Like we got like all the food on this has just been like entrepreneurial's fantasy of just like, wow, you could really rock these things. These are ideas that people will be into, especially when the boom comes after the pandy, when everyone's excited to be out and going to events again. Like, don't waste a minute on this, girl. I definitely think you should have that silence room that's in your fantasy house. I think you should create a space in your current house for that.
Yeah.
Just for peace for you, and you and Matt can take turns going in there, and just for your mental health, but also like stay focused on this stuff because I'm excited to see where you take it. Your talents and your skills and like, the ideas are so good.
Well, thank you.
It's really awesome. So where should people go to find High Belly? I know you said it in the beginning, but just again, so they could check it out now.
It's on Instagram, High Belly Bacon, HIBELLY Bacon.
Hey, Belly. Hey.
Hi, Belly.
Oh, dude. So right. Go to High Belly Bacon, guys, on Instagram. We will put a link in and tag Nichole in the Fantasy House Instagram and all that good stuff. Thank you for promoting High Belly. I'm honored.
Thanks for having High Belly on here, or like me, because High Belly is not a person, but...
Hi, Belly. And then at the end of the episode, we go, bye, Belly. Thanks for listening. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Give us a review. Hit the subscribe button. Send this to someone you love. And also to check out my cousin Nichole's homemade bacon business with all natural ingredients. High Belly. And it's spelled high as in high. No. Yeah, it is. High. HIBELLY. Bye, guys. Peace and have fun. Mwah!